It isn't always Shakespeare, but it's genuine. It's a life.
I'm not gonna make it. You're gonna have to go on without me.
Look at me, Joe. Not everybody gets to live their dreams. Okay? Not everybody is going to make it. Not everybody gets to be successful. As a matter of fact, most people need to fail. And failure is necessary to become successful, but many people need to be failures. Many people just are failures. Many people are not very good at their job. Many people, if you were to follow them around for a day, you could make one of those epic fail compilations. They're clumsy, getting out of shit. They lose their balance easily. They mix up words. They say stupid stuff. They don't record when they're supposed to be recording. They fucking fumble when you're trying to recover a podcast. They do all kinds of stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? Some people, they're just not they're not meant to hack it in the real world, you know? Some people have you seen these fail compilation videos?
Yeah, they play them. I go to a barbershop and they'll have like a little tiny, very small TV in the corner, and they'll just have them running on like repeat for people to drool at.
And that's great. That's excellent content. I mean, if you're going to a white barbershop, if you're not, exchanging goods and services or debating the sexuality of, pop icons or NBA stars' children, then if you're going to a white barbershop, they probably got like Fail Army or Chive or something on the TV, and they watch and they just get their hair cut, right? That's probably pretty nice. But do you ever observe those videos very closely?
I don't personally.
The kinds of people, let's just say none of these videos take place on Wall Street. These epic fails. Not that there's not epic failures on Wall Street, but the people, hey, there's a different level to it when there's like alcohol involved, or a kid on a skateboard. Those really like elevate the epicness of the fail, right? When you watch something like that, and the kid, you're never like, oh, this kid's going places. It's always like, why is he dressed like that? And he's swearing at an awfully young age. Sure, he skinned his knees, but have we just lost civility? Are we not a society anymore? What's this kid, saying gook for? What does that have to do with skateboarding? And these videos, they've permanently embedded in my brain. I can't tell you how many car accidents and fail videos I've watched over the years. And one thing remains the same. People suck. You'd think after a while of these circulating that there wouldn't be new videos of the exact same situations, but these people never learn. These people, they all think they're above it, right? It's like, oh yeah, I'm too high to fall, I'm too mighty to fail. And that's what makes it an epic fail, is you didn't see it coming, and boy, it had consequences, didn't it? When I don't know when the fries caught on fire in the kitchen. You lost your deposit, you stupid son of a bitch.
They pour water in it, and it just immediately engulfs everything.
Yeah, you idiot. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, you're a big failure. That's okay. We love failures. That's what I've decided to name the fans of the podcast. You're all failures now, and welcome to it. I guess one of the biggest failures in today's news is we've been duped.
The whole world got duped.
Yeah, I mean, I fell for it. I know there's a lot of people that are going around saying I told you so, but Jeffrey Epstein is alive and well. It's been confirmed, so buckle up, kiddo. Here we go. Let's hang in there. Some of the shit we leave in is ridiculous. Hang on, we had to cut that out. Tell me the official story of what happened supposedly to Jeffrey Epstein, okay?
Like, do you want to start from like early life or
No, Jesus Christ. No, I don't. Those at home, for those not keeping score, if you're playing the early life game, Jeffrey Epstein, that's a slam dunk. That's an that's an easy one. That's a 3-pointer. That's you're going to the playoffs if you bring that one up. That Wikipedia article, that early life is full of hyperlinks. No, just give me like up to his supposed end. Like,
Okay. I didn't know this. This is actually cool. I learned this. He went to NYU for a little bit, but actually dropped out. He never had a degree.
oh, nice, me too.
Yeah,
just
so
not
you're
NYU.
You're on par to be like
Sick.
Epstein.
Hey Lex, hit me up. I heard you need a new money manager. I know shit's looking a little hairy after your other company also got ousted for sex trafficking.
They're all doing it.
No, I mean his too specifically. Hollister and the fucking Victoria's Secret.
They were both.
Yeah, that's
Damn.
yeah.
God, you can't even buy underwear in good willed these days.
I just bought some at Polo Ralph Lauren, official sponsor of Not Gonna Make It podcast.
I don't think he's a confirmed pedophile yet.
No, he's not. Ralph Lauren is the guy, also Jewish, big supporter. Don't say I don't support Jewish-owned business. It's real hard not to. Yeah. Jewish-owned business. What?
Business?
What's it? Fuck. Shoot myself in the head. Shoot myself in the head. No, what's it called when you repeat yourself? An oxymoron? No, not an oxymoron.
When you're just like,
the same thing twice?
No, I think oxymoron would work for that.
No, it's like jumbo shrimp. It's like opposites.
Yeah,
Jewish
that's
business are like the same. It's like buffalo, you know? But not that, you know? It's like synonyms. I don't know. We may have to bleep. We may have to. It doesn't matter how. Fuck you guys, too. I don't care. I don't give a shit at all, dude. Not gonna make it. This is an epic fail. You're an epic fail, Joe. Jeff Epstein. Okay, so yeah, tell me what the fuck.
He dropped out of NYU, and then
That's not what I asked, dude.
No,
why are you
goes
telling
into
me?
his start. He dropped out of NYU. He then got a job teaching math and physics.
Dude. The official story of his arrest in like 2019. Everyone knows how he got his money. Everyone knows how he diddled the kids. Everyone knows how he blackmailed the politicians, right? If you don't know, send me an email, notgonnamakeittpod@gmail.com. You know how to put the caption in. I made you do it once before. Flashing again big. If you need me to hold your hand through it, just let me know. I got you. I'd be more than happy. We can hop on a FaceTime at any time of the day on an encrypted call, and I will fill you in on all the details of exactly how Jeffrey Epstein was exploiting our politicians and world leaders and everybody else. Tell me what happened to Jeff, supposedly. What's the official story on how Jeff died?
It just says denied bail. He was up in MCC.
Okay, hang on. How did he get there? He was arrested. What did he get arrested for?
The properties in July 2019, federal prosecutors in New York charged him with sex trafficking minors.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. I never thought I would say thank you after sex trafficking minors, but thank you. Jesus fucking Christ, how hard is it for you to do your job? Okay, so he's in MCC in Brooklyn after being arrested for sex trafficking minors.
Yeah. And then an official ruling was suicide by hanging. I guess I skipped one sentence. Denied bail, comma, he was found dead in his Manhattan jail cell on August 10th, 2019.
Okay, and from my understanding, they said that he had hung himself and had broken his neck.
Mm-hmm.
And what had actually happened is that he had been suffocated, correct? Or the other way around?
It just says, yes, they did find the broken jaw or a broken bone, and they said it was because...
It was violence. The break was violent. They said that initially it came out that he had just like choked himself, like a regular suicide. Then they were like, well, let's get an independent autopsy going. Turns out there's some breakage. Looks like foul play. You know, like let's get one of the monocled detectives. Let's get the methed out detective from the last episode here to figure this one out. You know what I'm saying? We got to get the crack squad on this one because this guy was high priority. You know, yeah, the cameras turned off. How lazy, you know, the cameras were off. Everybody was asleep. What the fuck? You got the sex trafficker to the stars here, and this guy is...
I gotta switch tapes.
This guy, I mean, if ever there was a VIP sex trafficker, it was this guy. You know what I'm saying? I'd understand him getting a little better treatment than the other sex traffickers in there. You know? I mean, this one, he knows Stephen Hawking. I mean, he knew Bill Clinton. The entire thing was to get after the Clintons, you know? Anyway, keep reading. Keep reading. So they killed him.
The official ruling was suicide by hanging.
Sometimes, I mean, you just hang yourself, right? Usually not spies, though. Spies, they don't kill themselves. Dude, they just know too much. They know, you know, that there's no afterlife or something. Or they know they wouldn't go to the good one, right? So they just gotta figure a way to weasel their way out, right? Or they get killed brutally, you know? And sometimes by their own agency. Sometimes you just got to clean house, you know? You don't want to leave all these loose ends out there that have been molesting children. Can't just leave them unaccounted for, you know? Sometimes you have to kill them. Sometimes you do have to get rid of the people who have done well by you. They've worked for you, they've earned, they've done their job, and, you know, sometimes they try their very best, but when they fuck up and they get caught, sometimes you just need to tie a bed sheet around their neck and fucking break it and hang them, you know, and make it look like a suicide. Sometimes you do that because that's what needs to be done. You know, sometimes when people fail epically, there's a proportionate response to that, right? Here was an epic fail. You guys got busted making our beautiful world leaders, who I'm sure never would have been corrupted by anybody else, had Mossad not gotten to them first, I'm sure nobody else would have made him molest kids. But that is who made him did it. Who done it? They did it. But if not them, somebody else would have. They did. And they had to get rid of put their boy down. They had to get rid of old Yeller. He was rabid. He kept getting massages from 15-year-olds. Everybody knew. Everybody had already kind of, there were documentaries coming out as he was like alive. Mm-hmm. And they were like, oh, Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, notable pimps to the stars. You know, it's like, well, that's kind of cool. A little bit. Little kind of cool. You know, if only they were just a smidgen older. Of course, this is a comedy podcast. We don't condone sex trafficking of any age, gender, or animal. You know, really, just anything. Don't sex traffic. It's bad. Actually, cut the disclaimer out. You don't have to actually fucking write anything down, you dipshit. But more than likely, he was killed, or at least that's what the world thought until very recently. A photo was released. We're going to go ahead and display the photo now. This photo was released. Show me the photo. I want to see the photo. Show me the photo. Perfect. All right. Yeah. Okay.
Like
All right. All right. Take it away. Yeah, I know it looks like an iFunny meme. It is the font. It's when they release the QAnon people haven't exactly nailed fonts and captions. Everything does look like it was disseminated by a 7th grader with an iFunny account. Somebody's on 9gag. If it was a video, they'd play it on Chive. It doesn't matter. Fuck you. Dibs. It's, yeah, whatever it is. There's this picture circulating of Jeffrey Epstein. It's confirmed to have been him. I saw it with my own eyes. The photo, it couldn't have been altered or doctored. Jeffrey Epstein is alive and well. He appears to be on some sort of island. And you know what? His island recently sold.
It did?
Yeah, I'm not sure if the owners can be traced down. I don't want you to look it up. You suck at that. Whoever bought it is probably allowing him to rent out some of his old quarters. Maybe he was hiding out there the whole time in like a secret compartment underneath the floorboards. You know? And the police, whoever is in charge of investigating that island, go on because it's outside the jurisdiction. I don't know what they do. But he's underneath the floorboards. And they come in and they're marching around. And they're looking for him. And he's just got sweat fucking dripping down. My God. They're in the place where I fuck the children. They're in the room with the cameras. I don't know why he didn't talk like that.
Yeah.
They're in the room with the cameras. Doesn't matter. Dibs. I like it. I like him sounding like that. I hope they don't find me. And then they leave. And he probably stayed under there for a little bit. I don't believe that they've gone. Why does he talk like that? That's so weird. Where is he from? He's Ashkenazi. I know. I played the early life game. There's no way they've abandoned the search this easily. I couldn't have gotten away with it. The body double. Because, like, the dude had 6 passports. You think he doesn't have a spare set of fingerprints?
Yeah.
Dude, you think that he doesn't have a spare set on him? You think he can't just swap out? You know? Like, the technology that they have, you don't think that he's capable of faking his death in a more sophisticated manner? You know? It's like whatever he did, if they killed him and then they had to do 2 autopsies, it's like, who actually hung out with this guy that could be like for certain this was him? Because he kind of looks like every guy at a blackjack table.
Yeah.
He kind of just looks like anybody. You know, he could be anybody. Everybody is a little bit of is a little bit of Jeffrey Epstein. We're all made of stardust. But pimp to the stardust, I don't know. Potential episode title. JK, that's an epic fail. I don't care. Dibs, doesn't matter. What if I unplug you? That's the entire podcast. It's just a Casey Rocket set. I'm just fiddling around with shit. Yeah. It doesn't matter. I got to get out of here. I have to return a Dodge Charger at 2 a.m. No, he appears to be on an island somewhere, probably his own island. He's probably just back to hanging out, you know? And he's posted up. He's probably got to lay low, though, still. You know, he's got a roommate. Him and John McAfee are fucking boarded up in there together. There's no way that they're not. Anybody who fakes their own death, they got to go to the island for a little bit and find themselves and find the new identity. They're probably roommates, right? And shacked up and just like a fucking... in like a studio. They have like a divider between the living room with their irrespective air mattresses. And it's probably real bad between them. They fucking get into fights and shit. Bad roommate fights. These guys that were fucking billionaires, controlled politicians and shit. Because McAfee's whole thing, I guess I should talk a little bit about John McAfee before we dive into the dynamic that might be there. McAfee, also a millionaire. He was a billionaire. He was a tech guy. McAfee antivirus software, right? Mm-hmm. It was the big thing. He sold it for hundreds of millions of dollars, if I'm not mistaken. And he kept doing like business ventures. Yeah, dude,
he's on a business adventure.
Yeah, dude, yeah. He'll be back sometime. He's on an adventure for business. It's a tax write-off. No, he's got these other business ventures, and he became super wealthy, super powerful. And he tried to like blackmail Hillary Clinton because he got all the fucking... He like leaked her emails because he sent them like free laptops and they were dumb enough to use them. He was like, the best way to get inside is to already be inside, you know? Like, let them do it on my laptops. I've got the master codes. But then, because he was blackmailing the Clintons, very dangerous people to blackmail, might I add. Very dangerous people to just know anything about. You don't even have to blackmail them. They'll just be like, oh, he knows this? Dead. Dead like that. The trail is unbelievable. And you've got this dude who tried to do that, so he had to flee the country. And he ended up somewhere in South America for a little while. He was on a boat. This was like all live stream. This was all on Periscope. It's all coming back to me now. But this dude would be like on stream. He would be methed up, dude. He was a certified twack star. He was running laps around everybody else, and he would be just holding up. He had like 100 assault rifles. Assault rifles. It's not a real term. Neither is machine gun, but I digress. We don't have any ATF agents watching the pod. He had a bunch of like AR-15s, M16s, stuff to that extent, AK-47s, thousands of rounds of ammunition. He got stopped because he had like 16 too many guns or something, 84 too many guns. I think they only let you to travel with like 16 of them. Something. I don't know. There was some ridiculous story. And then he ended up in like another prison in South America. And then he faked his own death to get out of that. He like faked a heart event. And then like, dude, this guy is insane. He's like Howard Hughes, but also MacGyver. I don't know. He's like an inventor that somehow one of the coolest guys on the planet, if we're going to be honest. And it's entirely possible that he faked his death for a second time as well. Okay, he may not be as notable as a world-class pedophile, but the pedophiles get more press. What can I say? You know, we live in a pedophile. The media is owned by pedophiles. Well, that could be conflated. I don't want people to think that I mean that Jews are pedophiles, because that's not what I'm saying. The Jews that own the media are pedophiles. That'll probably just timestamp that just in case. How about that? But yeah, John and Jeff, J&J, just in this little apartment now, and I'm sure there's trouble a brewing. You know, they're roommates now. I'm sure they've got the little divider that goes between them. You better stay on your side, John. I don't want you coming over here all tweaked out. You're fucking weird, man, when you get on that shit. I like having a beer with you, John. I don't know why you need to do all that other shit. John's just like, man, you don't get it, dude, when you've seen what I've seen. Jeff's like, what are you talking about, man? I made him do it. I was there when she ate the face off that 8-year-old. No, but I'm sure they're probably actually pretty regular people. You know, he was a pedophile for work. You know, you leave that at the office. When he comes home, he's probably a pretty chill guy. You know, he's just like anybody else. He likes college football. Likes to watch the horses. He bets the horses. They probably sit around and they have to figure out what do you think they watch together?
Probably like Breaking Bad.
You think so?
Seems like their kind of show.
I feel like they would both be kind of like news oriented. I think they would both kind of they'd just kind of like sit around watching CNN. They're like, can you believe this shit? I can't believe it. This is all I can't believe nothing's gone according to plan. What an epic fail, dude. Turn Chive on.
Yeah,
this is ridiculous, man. Fucking cut on Chive. They're saying that you weren't a Mossad agent. Can you believe that shit? They don't even know. They're supposed to release your file. Where's the fucking file? Even Jeff's like, yeah, dude, I'm waiting around for this file, Pam Bondi, you fucking idiot. Trump, I'd like to organize a trade. I'll take Pam Bondi, you get Joe.
She's just gonna start shredding stuff around the room.
She'll start shredding stuff. She'll be like, it's on my desk. I'll tell you what it is. How about I tell you a little bit tomorrow, and it's already shit that you already know, and then I'll tell you more, and then I forget to tell you, and then I tell you maybe just, fuck Pam Bondi, and fuck you too, Joe.
I'll go work for the FBI.
You better not. I'll find you, dude. I know where you live. No, and I bet they're bad roommates, too. One of them definitely does not do the dishes, you know, and it's always an issue. Jeff, Jesus Christ, dude, you can organize the blackmail of the century. I mean, there's never been a bigger operation. You can't fucking stop letting them soak. Just fucking wash it out, dude. We have a dishwasher. Rinse it out, put it in the dishwasher. When the dishwasher is full, put the detergent in, close it, and then look at this. Run the dishwasher. Run it. Don't just leave it there so that I have to come down every time and bend over. You know, my back, Jeff. My back. You're the one with... You faked the broken neck, Jeff. Okay? You can bend down and put the pods in. The pods, Jeff. Yeah, the ones you leave out for the kids for candy. Yeah. Yeah, no, they wash dishes too. Because the Tide Pods.
Oh, and the kids eat them as candy. I was like, I forgot that was a thing for a while.
I hope my viewers are smarter than you. God damn.
I was like, who's eating Tide Pods? But I remembered it was American citizens.
Yeah, the kids, because Jeff had the kids. You see how this works if you're a comedy podcast? Not going to make it coming to you live. They probably argue about this shit. Yeah, bend over, put the pods in, run the dishwasher, okay? And listen, this is very important. This is very, very important. It's almost as important as, sending the money to the kids so that they don't tell on you. It's almost as important as that. When the dishwasher's done, unload the dishwasher. Unload the dishwasher. You're here all day. You don't have a job. Is it too fucking much to unload the dishwasher? Am I asking for too much? Are you gonna have your half of the rent? Are you gonna have your half of the rent, Jeff? I know you're used to managing Lex's money, but now that we all have to work again because we died, since we died, we have to work. Okay? I have my business, okay? I'm building websites. I know I work from home, but at least I'm covering rent right now, Jeff. What are you doing? What are you doing but going out and riding four-wheelers with the locals? It's every day with you, Jeff. Every day on these fucking BMX bikes, fucking doing the little, I gotta jump. I got a ramp that I've been building. I've had Estefan building my ramp all week. Fucking, you're an embarrassment, Jeff. You're gonna get hurt one of these days. You're gonna get hurt. And listen, I'm no doctor, okay? I know a thing or two about faking a heart attack, but if you actually, fall and break your legs, I'm not gonna be able to save you. Okay, Jeff? He's building ramps and shit and hanging out. John's got to be like, it can't be a party every day. It's not. Jeff, I know you're used to the parties. I know you're used to the yachts and the networking, but please, for the love of God, do something to bring in some money. Please, anything. Anything you could do. Because I'll tell you another thing that you do that gets on my nerves. Yeah. Since you wanna have this conversation right here, stop fucking getting out of the shower soaking wet and leaving a trail of water all through the apartment because you leave your towels by your clothes. What's the fucking deal with that, Jeff? I don't understand. Just because the bathroom's on your side of the room doesn't mean that I want to see you walking naked through when I'm trying to watch my chive. I'm trying to watch my epic fails, Jeff, and you come in every time with that massive hog just a swinging and dripping. Swinging and dripping, my boy. Dude, we're lucky enough to have a tub. Stand in there. Dry your feet when you step out, you fucking animal. You're leaving water, tracking it all through the apartment. You come over, your towel, for whatever reason, is by your clothes. You're just coming over to get that. Your hog's swinging. I don't want to see that while I'm trying to get my chive on. I'm trying to wind down. I had a long day, dude. Fucking, I'm building websites. I work in IT. I don't know what to tell you. Dude, I'm trying to build websites. The only people asking for websites nowadays are these Indians with the call centers, dude. I don't know what to do. I have a call with Mumbai in 6 hours. Can you please just not have anybody over tonight? I know it's so hard adjusting in lifestyles, coming away from all those parties. All those stars, all those parties, all the extravagance, the sparklers. I mean, how much was your sparkler budget, Jeff? Because I know you've really had to dial it in. But you need to get a job. You need to do something on the island, Jeff. I mean, you're a young man. You're 65. They just raised the retirement age. You still got a couple years in you. Why don't you open a coconut water stand? Yeah. Why don't you? You can still have the kids work for you, Jeff. The police on this island, they don't even care. You can have the kids selling the coconut water. Just do something. Just do something to bring in some money. Because right now, you're a bum. You're a bum. And I will ask you to leave. I know you're used to the parties, the lifestyle. It's a lifestyle that you got used to. But you can't get used to riding the four-wheelers as often as you are.
That's what he's just driving around.
In the picture that they found, he's talking to a guy on a four-wheeler. He's like, he is actively right there. And he's like, dude, I can't wait to fucking get on. Oh no, I'm caught. I'm about to fucking leave. He's going to take off, dude. And you know that's going to be a fucking... Those are a recipe for epic fail videos. Yeah. By the way, dude, he gets stuck in the mud and he's like... He tries to get out and it fucking flips over on him.
Or when they try to load it up in the truck and they always like just drive through the back window.
Yeah, way too far. Yeah. Dude, I mean, those things... if you're accident prone, please stay away from the four-wheelers. But you know that he's got to be on those like no other. And he can for sure open up a coconut stand. He's just got to, he hops on one of the four-wheelers. And he could, with the four-wheeler, he could start this coconut water business. If he was determined enough, he could load up a big potato sack full of coconuts. It's a coconut sack. He's got his nut sack, and he slings it over his shoulder. You ever take your nut sack and sling it over your shoulder? Well, Jeffrey Epstein does, and he hops on his four-wheeler, and he takes it to the side of the island where the non-natives are. It's the other kids that fake their death, the Sandy Hook kids. He takes it to the little crisis actors. Here's your coconuts. That's how he talks now. It doesn't matter, dude. Dibs. Here's your coconuts. And he gives it to the kids. I'll be back at 5 o'clock for my money. and then he takes off across the island and he goes back and John's there and John's like, hey man, I got a call that starts in a couple minutes. I know you like this kid in particular, but he says a lot just in casual conversation. And the company I work for, there's a lot of Japanese. It's a Japanese company. And just if we could not, while I'm on the call, at least, because... Again, we have to pay bills. I mean, your coconut stand, great job, but not nearly enough, dude. I mean, again, you were managing billions of dollars. You can't start something. You can't come up with $400 a month. I mean, our rent is dirt. We live in squalor. I mean, this is bad. Okay, the place we live, they only offer 6 and 12-month leases. Those are the only two options. And for whatever reason, we paid 3 years in advance. That's all the money we had. And this is it right now. The place that they live used to have a swimming pool. There's now just a pit in the ground with a trampoline in it where the local children do triple backflips and Jeff watches from his balcony. This is the environment that they live in. There's bars on the windows. The doors have deadbolts and other security. It's basically a motel. It's a rundown motel that they have converted into an apartment complex on an island. And they're living there, and they're seeing lizards in the shower. And Jeff is so fucking stuck up. Jeff is like, oh, you know, back when I had my money. Back when I had my money, there were no lizards on the island. Only lizard people. No lizards allowed.
Now he's like Waluigi almost.
He's an evolving character, you know? He gets to keep changing because he's still alive.
Yeah,
you know, that is, he can progress. One day we're going to read the memoir of Jeffrey Epstein, A Reflection. And the cover is him looking in a mirror, you know, and like the about him, the author. And he's going to be like, I fell for it, you know? First of all, epic fail. I can't believe I thought fucking kids was cool. I let them convince me to fuck the kids and get other people to fuck the kids. That's almost even worse. I'm not only taking the innocence from this child, I've now corrupted another adult. Yeah, it's like John could be like trying to have like a little like work soiree. He works with one other chick on the island. He's like, you should come over sometime. And he's, you know, trying his fucking like John McAfee game. You know, he's still got it. You should come over for a nightcap. It's, you know, roofied with Spanish fly and all kinds of obscure shit that he's got.
He's got files.
Yeah, he's just he's an apothecary cart that he rolls out to make her drink, and it's like a potion. He's got Eye of Newt in there. What a strange fellow, that guy. Somehow cryptocurrency is involved in the beverage. It's like, what does the mug have to do with the blockchain? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Every sip you take is logged on the blockchain. It's anonymous, but it's logged, okay? We can track it. We just don't know to who. Comes back to Jeffrey Epstein's lip prints every time. Like, dude, why do you have so many spares laying around? What is this, face-off? How did you do this? But, yeah, he tries to bring a chick back, and then he's like, listen, I've got a roommate.
Which, starting with that, I've got a roommate saying that to a girl.
Yeah,
fucking sucks.
Leading with I've got a roommate, never a good vibe. Following that with it's Jeffrey Epstein. Tough sell. She may be into it though, but then you got to be like, yeah. So I know that you guys probably like know a lot about Jeff, and she's like, yeah, we've heard that he like fucks kids and like, you know, knows LeBron James or whatever. LeBron probably wasn't. Well, fuck it. LeBron was on the flight logs. It's confirmed. Don't sue me, dude. I'm just a lowly podcast. LeBron, please. Have mercy. But he was on those flights. He touched those kids. Why do you think Dwayne Wade's son looks like that? Jesus Christ. Dibs. On the joke, not the son.
Not Dwayne Wade's kid.
Yeah, no. And the chick's like, yeah, actually, we're very progressive on this side of the island. You know, that's perfectly all right with me. Yeah, listen, I know that that's what people know him for, but since we've been here, he's gotten real into motocross. Like, he's obsessed with it. He's got a simulator fully set. He sleeps on a cot. His side of the room is like a full... Have you ever been to the Chuck E. Cheese on this island? where they have the motorcycle game. He's got a full motorcycle simulator. Yeah, he does the jumps. You ever played what are those ski games?
I know what you're talking. I don't remember the name of them, but they were huge.
Yeah. He's got one of those hooked up. He blew his entire Mossad, like, get out of town budget on one of these motocross jump simulators. It fully takes up the living room. He's super into it. He's paranoid. He only gets out on the weekends when the town shuts down for the religious observations, of course. When those happen, he is out there ripping those hills up, dude. You should see him. He's like an 11-year-old girl from Kentucky. They get him real into motocross now. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
It used to be horses. Those are expensive, dude.
It is motocross now, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because you can't load a horse up in the back of an F-150. You can load up a dirt bike if you're willing to lose that back window. She's like, he's into motocross. Yeah. I've got an air mat. There's a sheet up. You don't even have to see him. I mean, if you want to meet him for a second, that's fine. You know what? On second thought, maybe we should just keep this professional. God damn it, Jeff. It's my passion. It's my passion, John. John, maybe if you cared about something other than making these memes, trying to make shit coins blow up.
Maybe John was the one flying the drone that took the picture.
Dude, John sponsored William Banks. It was all a big spoof. Epic fail, dude. I fell for it a little bit. I sensed something was off, and I went, it's either fake or it's FBI.
Yeah.
It was just fake. It's just plain old regular fake. God damn it.
It's been a while since we've just been normal fake duped in a while.
Regular, just good old hoax.
Yeah.
Yeah. Used to be more hoaxes.
Like, think the last time like a big hoax came out was back in like 2012.
I mean,
It was Sandy Hook.
Jesus Christ, dude. I already made the joke. I mean, you felt
doubling down on Sandy Hook.
also, dude. I mean, there was the country music concert was after that. Also, Parkland. Also, you know, like.
You think those were hoaxes too?
I mean,
what about the country music? We don't have to get it.
also COVID was after that. Also, the 2020 election. Also. Lots of hoaxes, actually, all the time. This entire podcast is a hoax. So
Yeah.
You'll find out later. Dibs, not going to make it. I'm just branding at this point. Yeah,
Yeah, we haven't been fake duped in a while.
yeah, we haven't. But if anybody could do it, it's these bad roommates that are situated together. You think they're looking forward to when Diddy shows up?
Oh, yeah.
They're like, oh, dude, when Diddy comes, this is going to be so much better, dude. We'll probably get a 2-bedroom when Diddy shows up. Diddy's going to have to sleep on the couch, but everybody gets their own room.
Yeah. Now they're like, dude, shit, we're splitting rent 3 ways.
Hell yeah, dude. This is going to be way better. Diddy's pulling up. This is changing everything. Wait till we get a black guy on the trampoline. They can jump real high. You know, because, like, I'd imagine where they live, there's not much else to do but the BMX and the trampoline. Basically setting themselves up for an epic fail video.
They're doing the double bounce.
Yeah.
Dude.
Oh, yeah, they fucking they're jumping and they get him, they launch Diddy like a fucking, and he does like 12 flips, like, fuck yeah!
John McAfee and Jeffrey Epstein double bouncing Diddy on a trampoline.
Now that's what I call security.
Who's filming?
Well, that is the thing, is I feel like I feel like a local is going to catch them, and it's going to just be something that would normally go around on like the island Facebook, but it's going to be like, you know, or just like security footage from the complex, just a Ring doorbell that somehow you can see the trampoline and you see like just Diddy being launched like way too high, and they don't have like a mattress. You know how in like the actual like when it's like a successful trampoline launch video, if somebody's about to fuck up, they like shove a mat.
Yeah, they put the mat.
You know what I'm saying? They're not going to have one of those. What they do have an abundance of, thanks to Jeff, is children just laying around. So they're just going to throw like an 8-year-old down there, and it's going to, Diddy is going to fucking smack this 8-year-old and slam it into him, just crush him. But Diddy's going to be okay. And then he may have to walk it off. He looks like a Buffalo Bills fan after he sets himself on fire and jumps on a table.
What?
They set themselves on fire and break the folding tables at their pre-games, at their tailgates.
Oh.
They have the most active.
Set themselves on fire.
Oh yeah, dude.
That's awesome.
They are the most hardcore. Shout out to Buffalo, New York, and El Camino, West Side Gun, Benny the Butcher, the Buffalo Kids, Griselda Records, and the Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen.
I feel like they just set the camera up like they're in front of it bending down, and they press record, and it's like John McAfee or someone, and they run back to the trampoline.
Yeah, no. This is Jeffrey Epstein. I'm Jeffrey Epstein, and this is the Ice Bucket Challenge. Like, they're gonna just be TikTokers now.
I know, they sound like they're having fun. I want to be on this island.
That's what. If nobody has checked, we probably should. Truth Social might just be TikTok for all the people who fake their own death. You know? It's like the My Pillow guy is still like getting off the posts about the 2020 election, but everybody else, like Jeff Epstein has an account, fucking Prince, who else faked their own death? Michael Jackson, Tupac, Hitler. Yeah, they're all just hanging out on the island. That's who lives in the apartment complex. Hitler's an old man now.
He's like a grumpy guy now.
Yeah, Hitler's very old now, but he's been getting that experimental adrenochrome tech that Jeff knows all about.
Oh, I thought you were doing another voice for Jeff. And I was like, the fuck?
No, it's just 4 o'clock in the morning. After 7,000 cuts and 300 attempts at an intro, here we are. Yeah, Jeff knows all about it. How embarrassing is it to fucking get caught faking your own death? Everybody on the island is now a liability. Jeff's a liability. Everybody at the island is vulnerable. You know? Imagine if they caught Hitler now. Actually, imagine if they caught Hitler now. He would be like, wow, the pendulum has really swung back. I had no idea this many people were going to be on my side. So many people are like openly like, shout out to Hitler. It's like, dude, even if you think the Jews are an issue, he wasn't cool with blacks. Hitler's an old man now. I mean, imagine if they brought him to trial. I mean, I'm sure there would be protests. People would be like, let him go free. He was right the whole time. And everybody would have to be like, shut up, Kanye. You know? And, you know, Elon's like, we should actually maybe hear him out about what he says about rockets. They had a very good rocket program. And then Jeff's like, oh, dude, he's just the grumpy neighbor. He's always complaining about the noise from the kid fucking. You know, this family values guy. Came from a different time, different world. You know, who else? Michael Jackson's there. He's now fully translucent.
He literally swims in a fishbowl.
Yeah. Michael Jackson is a jellyfish now. He's fully. Yeah, you can totally see through him. I mean, how do they keep going? You know, now that they're caught, And I mean, sure, it could be worse. They could have fucking had a way worse video where there's multiple people on the island. This way, it's just Jeff. This way, it's one last time. Hitler can blame the Jews. Oh, they had to send Jeff with his parties, always drawing attention. Yeah, Hitler sounds like that now. What an epic fail. The island, they may have to actually kill these people now. What a shame.
Who? Not the...
I think all the governments who are hiding people there can all just agree and just all at once just press a button.
It just sinks.
The entire island?
Yeah.
I wouldn't imagine so. I bet they would drop a big bomb. They would probably test something. You know? Probably fly like an experimental plane over it. Drop a big bomb on it that says epic fail. God, I hope that's enough time. What do you think?
Is that an hour? Well...